Hello again, my fellow fans of Faerun, and welcome back to Neverwinter Nights, the core campaign. Last time we finished clearing out the undead-infested tomb of a local celebrity, but now I have one more thing I need to take care of in the Coldwood, and that is the Orc bandits that we encountered way back at the beginning. So I believe I need to come down this way. And the orcs are over here behind a locked door. And they begin firing on me immediately. We'll start off with the spellcaster as I usually do. And these are just orcs, so I'm going to go back to my scythe. Probably not going to get hit too much. I also picked up Body Knot Glinkle as my companion since we finished off Tommy's story and got his chapter reward. And yeah, these orcs are going down pretty quick. Go ahead and just take their treasures, because they're not going to need them anymore. Is there any bodies or anything over here? Nope. Okay. So pushing forward, the only real reason I'm here is because there is one of the orc generals that is destroying the supply lines. And we need to make sure we take care of that. And there he is, Vrath. Vrath is different than the other orcs, so I'm going to put my shield and my dagger back on. Just that way I can absorb the attacks better. And just like the other orc, we are not going to take him up on his offer of peace. He is an evil creature, and he has shown it. There might be good in him at some point, but I think we'll just make him pay for his crimes in blood. Me surrender! Me surrender! You not kill Vath. You let Vath live. Give me one good reason why I should let you live. Me give you gold. If you not kill Vath, 500 gold for let Vath live. Okay, so here you can negotiate with him to take an orc head and let him live a cowardly life. Again, he's killed a lot of people, so I think I'm just gonna kill you and bring justice to those that you slew. Then me gonna die fighting. And he gets some good hits in. Body Knock is just standing there. So good, Body Knock is going to be the kind of companion that I need. One that doesn't do anything and just tries to disappear. Okay, we'll take Vath's head, and we'll toss the camp. Okay, now I'm not quite done. There are a couple of little side passages here. This was Vath's room inside of a small cliff. And he had a dagger. This ornate dagger is chill to the touch and radiates a powerful aura of malignant magic. The hilt bears an engraving of an elongated skull. Alright, so this is the quest item for Grimnaw, but again, because he's evil, and because I haven't done his other quests, we're just gonna leave it be. Okay, so the adventuring part of today's episode was kinda short. I was thinking the orc camp was a little bit bigger, but I guess what we can do is start setting up for the next part of the main adventure, which is I have to get that snow globe back to Lillian, but while we're in town, I'm going to go ahead and turn in some of the quests that we've picked up and finished. Like turning in the Orc General heads and turning in the Star Sapphire. So let's go ahead and take care of that. And then tomorrow I will begin finding the Word of Power that we are currently searching for. Alright, so I will cut back once I get back to town. I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back. Our first stop is Husher Clay at the trading post, so let's talk with him.
Hello there.
Hello again. Any luck in locating the Star Sapphire? Or did you just come to check out my wares? Nobody has more in stock than Husher Clay, I'm fond of saying. I have the Star Sapphire right here. Well done, my good man, and as promised, here is your reward. 3,000 gold pieces was the price agreed upon, I believe. Thank you, Husher. The pleasure is all mine, good sir. Now, is there anything else I can do for you? No, I'll be back later to take a look at your inventory. I'll be going for now. Thank you. Good day to you, then. Come back any time, as this little shop is open night and day. And don't forget about my dwarven friend there in the corner. He's quite the accomplished smith when it comes to arms and armor. If I don't stock it, he can probably build it. Okay, and we have taken advantage of his dwarf smith friend and actually gotten a couple of items made. Alright, I'm gonna hold off doing the magical shop stuff, which is right here. I think the next stop I need to make is right here. And this is the Mercenaries Enclave. And let's talk to Rolkid.
Greetings! Welcome back! How's the life of the bounty hunter treating you? You bring any orc heads back for me? Or is there something else I can do for you?
I have Gazud's head.
So you brought me a present, did you? And it isn't even my birthday. My soldiers could use a little pick-me-up. I'm going to mount Gazud's head on a stake right outside the barracks. Here's the posted bounty for this blasted bandit's head. 500 gold pieces. Take it. Consider the money well spent. Is there anything else I can do for you?
You could persuade for a little bit more gold, but I think that's fine for now. I have Vath's head.
Well, I guess Vath won't be cutting off our supply lines anymore. I think I'm going to mount his head on a stake right outside the barracks. It's good for morale and all. Here's the bounty for that bandit. 500 gold pieces, just like I promised. It's going to be a relief knowing our supply lines are safe with Vath and Gazud out of the way. You seem to have a real knack for hunting down orcs. I got another job you might be interested in. One that pays pretty good. More than those other bounties, that's for sure. I'll gladly do whatever I can to aid the cause of Neverwinter. Glad to hear it, because we've got a real problem brewing here. King Abuld Many Arrows is probably the most powerful orc chieftain in the entire north. According to a couple of those spies Aaron Gent lent me, Abuld has arranged a parley with the Luskan commanders. Dealing with orcish bandits is one thing, but Abuld's tribe is a massive, highly efficient army. If he forms an alliance with Luskan, Neverwinter could be in real trouble. So what do you want me to do? I want you to bring me Abuld's head on a platter. That should trigger a brutal power struggle as Abuld's generals try to take the place of their fallen king. I'll keep them orcs busy for a few years and out of our hair. The only problem is, no one knows where or when this meeting is supposed to happen. King Abuld must be somewhere in the area, probably hiding out with his honor guard in some stink-ridden cave. Find Abuld's lair and kill him. Bring me his head, and I'll give you 1,000 gold. Let's see those Luskan dogs try to form an alliance with him then. Alright, I'll be going and keeping an eye out for this Orc chief. Feel free to come on back if you ever need anything in the way of martial supplies. The more armed soldiers we get into the field, the better our chances of defending from those Luskan dogs. Alright, so we just picked up another side quest, and if I remember correctly, King Abuld is in the spine of the world, and just like Rolkid said, he has mounted Gazud's head and Vath's head right outside. So, that's kind of morbid, but I guess it makes sense. And finally, we need to talk to Lillian Cambridge, because we got her back her snow globe.
Welcome back! I hope your search for my missing snow globe is going better than my search for a decent glass of wine in this place.
Not that I don't keep trying. Oh, excuse me. Perhaps I should slow down. I wouldn't want to get tipsy now, would I? I've got the snow globe right here. Let me see it, Kidro. I must examine it to be certain the snow globe that was stolen from me. Here, take the snow globe. And she mutters something, and the globe vanishes. It's gone! Never fear, Kigro. I have merely transitioned the snow globe to its pedestal in my room here at the inn, using the command word. Had I done this before, Nax could not have stolen it from me. But it seems I was a little tipsy that night. The wine was so much stronger than I anticipated. Now, as promised, I will tell you how to find the word of power. The key, as you may have already guessed, is the snow globe itself. I have researched the snow globe in great detail, and I've discovered something rather interesting. Within the glass globe, there exists an entire miniature world. A real world with real living creatures. And what does this have to do with the word of power? And the ancient texts and documents I've researched are accurate. Someone has hidden one of the words of power inside the miniature world. And how can I get the word out? Based on my research, you actually have to go inside the snow globe and retrieve it. There doesn't seem to be any other way to get the word out. Okay, get me in. But the snow globe is on the pedestal in my room. Second door on the left, at the top of the stairs. If you're determined to go inside, all you have to do is touch the globe and will yourself in. If you want to go after the word of power, be my guest. Just head on up to my room whenever you feel ready. But I'm washing my hands of this whole affair. It's way too dangerous for my taste. I just wanted to get my snow globe back. And now that I have, I intend to celebrate with several glasses of this tavern's best vintage. Whoa, that wine went right to my head. That's strong stuff. Anyway, I'll let the bartender know I'm ready for another round. Okay, so all we have to do now is go upstairs. But I'm going to save that for next time. So let us get reacquainted with Mr. Glinkle and see what he wants this time around.
Is there something you need?
I just want to talk for a while. I'm a staunch proponent of the free exchange of ideas, Kigro. What is it you wish to know? I wouldn't mind knowing your thoughts on Erebeth's betrayal. How do you feel about it? Erebeth's betrayal has caused me no amount of confusion, Kigro. On the one hand, her actions appear irrational and illogical. She has vowed to destroy the city she spent her life protecting. But on the other hand, isn't it logical to assume a warrior will want to avenge the death of her love? And what about Fentek's death, which caused this whole mess? His execution made no sense. He was not an enemy of the city, and he had lived. He would have done everything in his... Oh. And had he lived, he would have done everything in his power to help Neverwinter to make up for what he had done. What purpose is there in killing a man who is only going to be your ally in the future? Such irrational behavior is difficult for me to understand. Sometimes people let their emotions rule their actions, and we do foolish things. In Lantern, we bow to the laws of reason and logic. Emotion can never be truly factored out of any decision, but we do our best to look at the facts with a dispassionate eye before taking action. I suppose in that sense we are quite different from many of the other cultures of Faerun. We will have to familiarize ourselves with these strange lands if we hope to integrate Lantern into the mainland society. Integrate? What are you talking about? Lantern is an island. By geography we are isolated from the rest of the world. Over the centuries this has led to an insular culture, particularly among my people, the Gnomes. We consider ourselves safely removed from the troubles of mainland. We have been fascinated observers of the history of Faerun, as befits our analytical mindset. We choose not to be active participants in the events. Recently, however, our culture has embarked upon a radical journey of change, a revolutionary shift in our entire belief system. Soon, perhaps even in my own lifetime, Lantern will become an important part of the life in the realms.
Yeah, probably. What are you talking about? Some kind of invasion? Yeah, so let's just jump to the straight, you're going to hurt people, aren't you?
We are thinkers, inventors, and academics, Kigro, not soldiers. We plan to bring our culture and beliefs to Faerun through peaceful means, though we are proceeding in a rational and logical fashion. Before we attempt to introduce ourselves to the existing order, we must study and analyze the current political and cultural realities in an organized and thorough fashion. Could you expect anything less, given our nature?
Why this sudden change in ideology?
As you can imagine, a revolution of this magnitude must be precipitated by an astonishing event. Without a significant catalyst, there cannot be a significant reaction. In our case, the catalyst is a single wondrous event. The day the god Gond Wonderbringer washed up on the shores of Lantern in mortal form.
You're referring to the time of troubles, aren't you?
You are right, Kigro. I am speaking of the time of troubles, when the gods were forced to take mortal form and walk among us. I would share the tale with you, but the story of Gond Wonderbringer's time on Lantern is a long one, Kigro. Perhaps I will speak more of this later, but now is not the time. We need to focus on our mission. We have to get those woods of power back to Aaron Gend.
Body Knock uses a lot of very difficult words, and I decided to try and make him speak very quickly, so he just stumbles sometimes, and I'm sorry for that, guys. But with that, we'll call this an episode. And as usual, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time for Kigro's Adventures on the Sword Coast.